about to give them what they want. I don't think they're ready for this, though. Beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode.
Has your training changed at all over the years? Because I remember, years ago, I was following somebody. I just was following them because they were sponsored by Dymatize back in the day, and I just happened to be taking it. But they were talking about occlusion training.
Oh, wrapping your muscles up.
And then your video popped up right after that, and you were like, all this occlusion, stuff is bullshit or whatever. And you're like, here's what you do. You pick up a weight, you curl it. Once that becomes easy, you pick up a heavier weight, you curl it. And once that becomes easy, and you just do it like that, I was just like, I'm gonna do what that guy says.
Progressive overload. It never fails.
So has anything changed over the decades at this point?
For the most part, no, because I believe reinventing the wheel, like I say, it's a physical activity, and there's laws involved. Like the angle of the joint, depending on where the weight's coming from, like that's how the muscles worked. The elbow's a hinging joint, so you be hinging at the elbow. If you want to hit a certain side of the head, you need to be at a certain angle, maybe pushing downward. That's what it is. Same with squats. It goes along your center of mass. Like a lot of these things, it's not my law. These are these are laws of physics. So all this extra stuff. Now, I will say inclusion training might benefit you maybe if you got some joint pain.
Oh, absolutely.
You got some,
or an injury.
Yeah, you got some joint pain, nursing an injury or something like that. But all these superhero workouts, and trying to.
I understand your point. It's not the first place people should focus.
Yeah. I believe in simplicity.
Hey, but I don't know if it was on air, but your knees are feeling better.
Yeah.
So you added some new shit in. Yeah. So even now, we can still learn a lot of new shit.
I might try some occlusion for my funny because they're gonna lie to you. I'm getting up there,
Some voodoo flossing would be good.
I'm getting up there in age, be 40 in 3 years. I want to be lifting forever. So hey, I might try it.
Still in your 20s.
I might make a video and say, hey, guys, I was wrong about the occlusion. I put on 2 inches on my legs and 2 inches of my arms, wrapping them up. Hey, that's what it is. I'm definitely always open to learn because when macros first started hitting the scene, bro, I was one of those guys like, get the hell out of here, eat clean. Now I'm looking back like, man, macros is kind of cool. But I will say, same with balance. Some people think that you can just eat crap. Dude, quote the micros. And notice we have the macrocosm in the universe and the microcosm. Notice the foods work the same way because food's energy. If we measure food not by inches, we measure food by calories, and calories is burnt. Because how much potential energy is in the food. So even food is energy. So macros and micros. Dude, micros is what keep the foundation going. It charges the cells, so you got to pay attention to that too. Everything has micros, including relationships. You find out why people got divorced after 10 years. You're like, oh, they're beautiful, they look good together, they got money. But the micros, what are the micros? How their sex life, do they talk? Do they still have laughter? How's the vibe at home? They're even like the same, they could have just grew apart. It's what it is. You gotta look at the macros. Everything has macros and micros.
The way you put that is actually that makes a lot of fucking sense.
Yeah.
So everything looks good. That macro looks good. Money, good looking, all that
those
shit.
Those are the carbs, proteins, and fats.
Where's your vitamin D and zinc
what's charging the blood cells? What's the zinc? Where's the A? Where's the vitamin D? Do y'all have good sex? Do you make sure she comes first?
Go check out our episode with Zeus and Bratton.
It is what it is. Can you give her criticism without her blowing up on you? Vice versa. These little things. How's the in-laws? The in-laws. Y'all see y'all. This was raising the children. Because sometimes bad kids that ain't getting disciplined can cause stress in the house. There's so many micros that can make a relationship fail. We're too busy looking on it. Just like when celebrities kill themselves. You're like, man, he had that was the macros. What about his micros? What about his mental health? You don't know. What kind of demons was he battling that he don't ever talk about? That's what it is. So once you understand everything has, even in the universe, we need a microscope to see things that the eyes can't see because we can't see past a certain wavelength. You want to get deep into you got to get that microscope that allows you to see deep things you can't see with your regular eyes.
Yeah.
Everything has macros and micros.
You ever consider doing some public speaking?
Yeah, that'd be fun. I like to talk.
We need a moment of silence before we fuck up these weights.